these young adults need to have this knowledge to build their future. If we give them, or even if y'all give me, or people my age are younger than me, I'm 19 years old. Okay, that I have a long life to live.
Yeah, absolutely do.
Some students they don't understand that. Like, you have to realize, don't waste it, but enjoy it at the same time. You have to make it your own. You have to make it your own.
Welcome to Coffee Talk with the Cajun Mamas. Grab a cup of coffee, settle in, and let's dive into real conversations about life, motherhood, and a little inspiration to brighten your day.
All right, welcome to Coffee Talk with the Cajun Mamas. Today we have a very interesting guest. Her name is Skyla Louviere.
Hi.
And she is going to discuss with us just being financial literacy within this new generation coming up. But first, we're going to talk about
our grand sponsor,
Tibido's
Paint and Finishing. So Tibido's Paint and Finishing, they service the Church Point and surrounding areas. They offer interior and exterior painting and staining, sheetrock finishing in both smooth or textures. They do patching jobs for ceilings and walls. They can repair cracks or water damage if you got that from leaky pipes or whatnot. He also offers small projects, sheetrock hanging, and minor carpentry work. If you need some work around the house, don't try to paint yourself. I'm just gonna say that. Maybe you crafty, but I'm not. I'm gonna call the painter in.
I painted my whole entire house myself, and when I'm telling you, I will never do it again. I will call Ski.
Yes.
Especially like a lot of people, they can't find a handyman. You know, somebody that can fix something real quick. It's not really a big project. It's hard to get somebody to come out.
Yep.
Y'all call Ski Tibido at 337-308-2713. You can find him on Facebook. Search Tibido's Paint and Finishing.
Yes. Thank you for being the grand sponsor of the
Thank you,
podcast this
Skeet.
month.
All right. So we have with us Skyla Louviere. She is, how old are you?
I am 19 years old. I'll be 20 in October.
She's 19 years old. And
We could be her mama almost, pretty much.
Yeah.
We could be her mamas.
yeah, well, she said her mom is 40. I'm like, well,
I'm
definitely
knocking
be her
on
mom.
40's door myself, so.
Okay, well, okay. So the reason she contacted me and was like, I don't know what I got to do. How do y'all pick who's going to be on the podcast? And I'm like, we have really no screening
process.
It's people that we find interesting, or and she was definitely interesting. I got several long messages from her, but they were all so well thought out, and like I was like, we got to talk to this girl, because she seems like she's got a good head on her shoulders, and it's so good to see that from this fresh generation coming up. So tell us a little bit about your story.
Oh, okay. So I was 16 years old and a teenager, so life was different.
Carefree.
Yes, very just go with the flow,
Learning
freedom.
everything, yeah.
I got pregnant. I was going to Rain High at that time, and I was actually a part of student council on the executive board. Well, after I got pregnant, I started my junior year for about a month, and I realized for a long time, I'm a school person, but I'm more of just, I want to get in school, get everything done, and go about my day. Mm-hmm. So there was an option at SOCC, well now SOLAC, or SOLA CC, everyone says it different. You could get your high set, also known as the GD, or some places it's different.
Okay.
So you're able to go to classes. Under 18, you're able to, go to the classes. It's all free until you have to take the GE or high set test. That's about $150, which isn't too bad, honestly. It took me about 2 months to get everything done. I passed with flying colors, and they told me that I could apply for college. Well, I was still I just turned 17, I think. Or I might have been 16. Sometimes
might have still been
I know
16.
it was. I was pregnant at the time.
Those years were a blur, I'm sure.
Yes, it was so fast. So after that, I think it was 23. So spring of 23, I started college. Well, I had my son in March. It was a rough semester, but it wasn't too bad. I honestly enjoyed it. I loved the college life. I was in a class with some older people, younger people, like
So
it was
who's
very
watching the baby while you're
So mama,
in class?
I have a wonderful
Oh,
mother.
That's-
She is
that's the
amazing.
best.
Thank God for
Yes,
mamas.
yes.
Thank God for mama.
Mom, she really took she wanted me to still succeed. Like I wanted to be a lawyer. Like I wanted to go before I got pregnant. I got this tattoo. I wanted to go to New York, and I wanted to become a civil lawyer because I'm very about everything like that.
That's your jam.
Yes. So mom still wanted me to do something, and I still wanted to do something. So we decided on business. Well, then the second semester rolled around. I passed the first, great. Second semester rolled around. I was like, I don't know. Maybe I want to try a different route. I like business, but I'm not sure. So I loved school. So mom was like, why don't teaching? I was like, okay, I switched my whole major.
Okay.
I started subbing here and there, and I decided, well, maybe not teaching. Maybe that's not the route. So I was like, okay, let's do general studies till I figure it out. Well, in that third semester, I decided, let's just wait it out. So come that third semester, I passed. Well, the summer rolled around. Life takes turns, whirlwinds.
It does.
Ooh. So Liam was going through some things. He had some surgery.
This is
actually
her little
after that.
boy.
Yes,
Yeah,
Liam is
Okay.
my little boy. He'll be 2 on March 28th. He is different. He's different. He's a kid that is buck wild, but he likes his space. Like, let me tell you. So I was just like, you know what? How about I just take a mental break? I didn't do any summer classes. I was good with that. Well, come the next semester, which was last semester, I decided, you know what? I went to Lafayette Parish, the school board, and I started full-time subbing.
Okay.
And I
And
started.
how is that? Like,
It's
I bet
wonderful.
you stay busy.
So I started actually just going to the schools, and I would go to a
Wherever
bunch
they
of different
needed you.
schools. Yes, and then I actually started working at Barenco. That's off of Moss and Mud,
Okay.
and on the north side. I loved it there. Actually, I had a couple teachers who taught me in the past at other schools.
Oh, fun.
Yes,
yeah.
it was an ACE model school, so they brought teachers in from different schools. So I worked there for a little while as a long-term sub because it was hard to get subs. It's really hard to get
Yeah.
subs.
It's
Like, it
really hard
is.
to get subs. That's what I'm
So-
saying. You must have a full-time job and
Yes.
a part-time job because
Yes, you get to choose your schedule more or
Okay.
less. Like
Well, that's good.
you have an app and you can choose everything. It's they make it really easy. Like it's
Oh,
wonderful.
All right.
Yes, and I was like, okay, I did that for a little while, and I was like, well, Christmas break came around. I was like, I want to go back to subbing part-time because Mama, she has carpal tunnel. So with Liam, it's a little hard to pick him up. He's a heavy boy, and he's growing. And he likes to dead weight you all the time.
Yes, that's the age. That's
Yes.
the age. Whew.
So it got a little bit easier once I started part-time again, which is now.
Okay.
So where I am now, I'm trying to, as a entrepreneur, that's what I want to be. You don't always know what you want to do. Like exactly, like there's no set path because you could go in any branch you want, anything you want.
Anything you want.
Exactly. So I want to try different things. I've been trying photography out. I've been trying. I want to try this. I want to try content create. I want to try different things. I'm getting into Lime Life. I want to try to.
I thought when
Yes.
you asked me that, I was like, you are the perfect candidate for it because it's so on your own
It's
time.
I love
flexible
marketing.
income.
Though.
No.
Marketing's my thing. I love marketing. That's just
It's so,
everything
yeah.
for me. So
it's so good for you.
Yes,
I
I'm
find
gonna love it.
just talking to you for that little amount of time, especially if you want to be an entrepreneur. That's a great
Yes.
place to start.
Yes.
I have a lot to say.
Yeah.
But let's talk about our moyen. And it is how the Cajun lady
Yes,
accent.
our good friend Hal. So you guys, y'all need to go to howthecajunladyaccent.com. If you have not checked out her whole line of seasoning, you missing out. She's got so many different types of seasonings: Creole Zydeco, Cajun Waltz, a blackening seasoning called Blacken That, Cajun Spicy Two-Step. But my favorite things are like the dry dip mixes
give me
and
all
the
the dips.
spaghetti mixes and stuff.
and the chili mix. Yes.
Chili
the
mix.
The firecrackers.
I mean, you ain't gonna be sorry no matter what you get, but those are
No.
just some of our favorites. And then now that like crawfish season is in full swing, she got that seafood ball butter. She got the seafood ball, the dips that
The
you can dip your
she
seafood
got a dip
in.
already made for you. It's
Yes.
already made.
Yes, and all her seasonings are low in sodium and MSG free, so you need to go check them out. You can find her by searching How the Cajun Lady Accent on Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, TikTok, Instagram, any social media. She's on it. So thank you so
she's
much,
there.
How. Oh, she's there, baby. Even on that Snapchat.
Even on that Snapchat. All right, so I have so much to say about what you just told me because, whenever people tell you, okay, you're going to go to college, that's what they told us. You're going to go to college and it's going to take you 4 years, just 4 years. It did not take me just 4 years to complete college. I did it in 4.5 years. How long it took you? 4?
No, 4.5 because I started with I was going to do an associate's degree and some of my credits didn't transfer over. So I had to do like a whole nother semester.
But this time in your life, and this was so interesting to me about you, it was like you already kind of know what you kind of want to do. It seems like a lot to me, but I'm already nervous just thinking about all of it. But then we do the same thing. We got 1,000 arms in the fire too.
We do a lot, yeah.
But to see somebody so young and figure out that, you know what, it's all right that this didn't work out, and it's okay, like, because this time in your life is for figuring things out.
Yep.
And we always say it's the hardest time. In the 20s to 30s is the hardest time because you're expected to do so much with your life in such a short amount of time. So I left them bananas right there. They real bananas.
I was like, this is our snack for after a while.
It is. Look, put it right there.
I'm going to put one on each
Put
side.
my brown bananas right there. Don't mess with my arrangement.
Sorry. I thought for sure you forgot that there.
Nope. Put it right there for a reason. So
Okay.
I wouldn't forget to eat it and because they brown bananas.
Sorry.
All right. But I like that you a lot of times people are like down because they're like, oh, that didn't work out.
Or when
for
life
me.
throws you
no.
a huge curveball, like
Yeah.
an unexpected pregnancy.
That's right.
You're not letting that stand in your way of building a future for yourself and your little boy. And I want to know, subbing in all these schools, what is something that you are seeing that these kids are not getting that they need?
Financial literacy.
Absolutely.
I find that for me, like, actually one of y'all sponsors tips. As I was listening to that, the first thing that comes to my brain is, well, life is expensive. Homes are expensive. Not everyone gets the luxury of inheritance. Not every person gets the luxury of having parents who explain a lot of things. So having the parents I did, they were very open financially. My dad's in the oil field, so that was very unpredictable sometimes. So my parents explained everything to us. Like, I knew what a credit score was. Cool. I think I was like 10. And I'm helping mom with the bills. I made her spreadsheet. Like, it's expensive. Life is very expensive. But a lot of students today, like, when I talk to them about everything, yes, they offer financial classes or business classes in high school and even 8th grade, but they are not mandatory.
They're not
But
taking
what
them.
is mandatory in life?
Yeah, what?
Money. You have
Yeah.
to live life. What do you have to have? Money. No matter where you want to go with your life, you have to have money. You want to buy a car, you have to have a credit score. Or at least someone with one.
Right.
You
yeah.
have to have all these things. So you can't just say today, I'm going to go buy a car. And I think what happens is a lot of students who decide once they graduate high school, because they are not of that knowledge, or I research a lot. Like, if y'all tell me something, I'm going to go make sure to understand it completely before I talk to you about it. I'm not just going to say it like, because, I want to.
Yeah.
That's what
She's
I'm going
a
to do.
green personality.
She's a green, yeah.
Yeah.
So my experience with the students is I notice they don't do that. They don't realize what they're
Well,
talking
when we
about
have
with the money.
our news is
Yeah.
our Facebook feed.
Yeah.
Nothing is verified. This is the generation that's coming up. So I get what
You
you're saying.
need to have these kids or these young adults need to have this knowledge to build their future. If we give them, or even if y'all give me, or people my age are younger than me, I'm 19 years old. Okay, that I have a long life to live.
Yeah, absolutely do.
Some students they don't understand that. Like, you have to realize, don't don't waste it, but enjoy it at the same time. You have to make it your own. You have to make it your own. But don't
having those
waste
skills,
you have to have these skills.
the knowledge of it when you're that age, going into the future, when you're just starting out to build a credit score or whatever, how imperative, like how great.
Big props to her parents for, bringing her up with all this, like, hey, this is
the importance of
that's
it.
That's so important. Like I always, the things that I remember most from high school is probably home ec. I learned how to cook, some of the basics of cooking in home ec, sewing, like just the basic stuff, she did talk about finances some with us, and free enterprise and stuff like that. But, I feel like they have this business class, but not everybody's taking it because they're not realizing how important all this is going to be to them.
Yeah.
So I find that to be so interesting. And like I said, big ups to your parents for really giving you the opportunity to learn that at such a young age. That is a teachable moment. It's always a teachable moment.
Mama always told me, pay ahead if you can. If you have the extra money, pay ahead, because you never know what that next check will look like.
It's so true.
Especially in trades or the oil field.
Yeah.
You don't know. So if you pay even our car notes, you know how you're given those, I don't know if it's 90 days or 45 days to pay that first note. Mama always paid that first note before that date. So she'd be
ahead
technically
of herself.
2 months ahead.
Yeah.
That's what we like to do. Because it makes it easier. Because if something were to happen, let's say dad's out of work for a month, when winter, things happen every day. Or their rig goes down or something happens, you don't want to have to just leave.
Yeah.
You have everything still there. You don't want to get everything repossessed. You don't want those things to happen.
Yeah.
So you have
it's
to
so
prevent.
important. I just love talking about this with her.
There's so
She's
much wisdom coming out of that
yes.
young person right there. It's wonderful. Okay, let's take a second and mention 87 Washes Mobile Detailing. So this is a precious family-owned business. They started, Jorge and his wife Ashley, they met on a mission trip, y'all. They make
are
the heart
so
happy.
precious.
They so precious. But anyway, they have a mobile detailing service for your vehicles. They can come out to you and just from top to bottom go through your vehicle, and make it spotless. Sarah knows this firsthand. She had her car detailed.
I had him come out. He detailed my vehicle.
Yes.
It's time for him to come back, as a matter of fact.
Yeah, springtime, sun is shining, it's time. And now they offering gift cards on their website.
Oh.
Yes, girl. Go to 87 Washes. No, I'm sorry. Yeah. 87 Washes mobiledetailing.com. And what a perfect Mother's Day.
That's what I was just thinking.
Gift card.
What a perfect Mother's Day gift card. Go get your wife Mother's Day gift card and get all that cereal out the car.
All the goldfish
trash.
crackers. Vacuum that up.
Well, right now we're not able to give him the harder stuff because he had trouble swallowing at the beginning. But we're getting into the
toys.
The toys and
it's
everywhere.
So y'all go ahead and find them on Facebook, Instagram, Google. You can even search 87 Washes. 87 Washes Mobile Detailing.com. Go get that gift card.
And use code Cajun Mamas, all one word, to
we
get
got a code.
10% off your gift card.
I tell you what.
Yes, friend. We moving on up for
Definitely
87 Washes.
I tell you.
I saw the pollen on my car.
Oh, no. That's what I'm going to have to wait for, that pollen to
everywhere.
move on. Because that's never going to happen, but all
I
right.
know, right?
All right. So, I mean...
So what you think would be the first steps for a young person to take? Like, let's say they like, well, my school don't offer that. Where can I get knowledge to take my finances into my own hands? Like, what would you say if somebody had asked you that, like what to do first?
Research.
Just do
Always
your own
research.
Yeah.
That everything I learned, including, my mom, everything she's taught me, but I would also go on my own and research, or I would ask anybody. Really, I would come
find
up to
someone you admire,
hey, how much
Yeah.
How much are you paying for this? Or couldn't there be a different way to do this or go about this? There's different ways to go about everything. There's always a different way. I think my goal, like I'm going to school for business. My goal for my last final business before I go is to have a free, not, you know how they have the Boys and Girls Club, a nonprofit free either mental health or something for young adults or teens or anyone to go if they need tutoring in anything. Because in high schools now, like I took, they call it, I think it's food and services now. I have a certification in that. But in high school, you know how you have home ec? Well, at every school they offer it in different ways now. I didn't do the baby thing. I didn't do the sewing. I just learned how to cook. But you also have to learn different things. It's not just cooking anymore. So it's a lot more textbook knowledge now. So like I said, do your research. Ask around. Ask people your age. I like my dinosaur earrings because I'm a dinosaur. I always joke with my mom. I'm a little bit more mentally up in age, so I like to communicate with the older generation because I feel like I can learn a lot more. But as the times are changing so much, it's a lot different than when y'all were growing up. When y'all were 19, I'm sure milk did not cost what it costs now.
No, it don't. No.
Exactly. It did not.
No, it didn't.
No, it didn't.
Gas. I thought gas was high.
It didn't. It really didn't. So, I mean, you have to talk to every generation. You have to, even the middle schoolers. The middle schoolers are getting to that. They have like snack shops. How about start? If you give your kids an allowance, even the parents can be a part of this with their kids. Give your kids an allowance. Have a shop in your house. I've seen parents do this where they do like a little sign to where they get a certain amount, even it's not real money, Monopoly dollars, and they have to
just to teach the concept of things cost and
or
budget,
budgeting.
Saving,
Because even with credit scores, like because when I turned 18, I'm very honest and open. My credit score was 756. I piggybacked off my parents. Not everybody gets that opportunity.
Yeah.
But the best thing you could do is research and ask, how do I start this? They have plenty of people, plenty of businesses, plenty of it's everywhere. We have Google. It is open to everyone. Now watch what you search up.
Right.
You have to make sure it's certified. In school, you learn how to know what is credible.
Yeah.
You learn that. If you can learn what's credible, you'll be fine. Go on TikTok. Go on podcasts. That's what I do. A lot of things in our home, we
There's
research
probably
it. Even
so
our washer
many
and dryer.
Oh my gosh,
Everything,
we've learned
like-
to fix so many things
Oh,
on
yes.
YouTube.
Oh, yes.
YouTube University.
Taking care of your children. It's so, like, if I had a question, yes, I have my mom, but not everybody has that. Look it up. If your kid's doing something different that you don't, what is going on? Look it up. If there's a certain kind of medicine that you're like, man, I'm nervous to give this to him because I'm very medicine. If he's sick, I have to give him some medicine. But I like to research before because there are certain things, especially with the kids these generation, what they consume, you have to watch for that.
Oh, absolutely.
Especially with the prices too. You actually could get something cheaper that is pretty much the same thing. So price check. Me and my mom price check everything.
Price check, baby.
Price
Girl, if you saw my
check.
living room, everything we have came from Ross's, came from Didi's, came from Burlington, TJ Maxx. When you're young, I understand everybody likes the name brand stuff, but actually, girl, this shirt came from Big Lots. I love this shirt. Like, I love it. I got some Jordans from Ross. Girl, they have
Bargain
all-
shopper.
A bargain
Do it,
shop.
like-
we like to bargain shop.
You
We
have
some
to.
thrift.
That's my
sale shop.
We
favorite
love
videos.
to
Y'all don't
thrift
even know.
now. Goodwill, they getting a little
Oh,
high.
yes. They are. I've
They getting
noticed
a little
that.
high at Goodwill.
They
Getting
have.
a little extra.
All right. Well, we love to thrift, and y'all already know we some thrifty people. But let's talk about how the Cajun lady accent one more time, and we gonna wrap this episode up. So, how the Cajun lady accent is one of our dear friends. We said that already. She's got a great line of seasoning that we actually use in our house.
Yep.
My favorite is the Cajun waltz. And the Mexican fiesta.
Oh,
Mexican
fiesta
We cook
seasoning.
tacos so much that Mexican fiesta we have to have that on tap at all times at our
Yeah,
house.
and I ran out of seasoning one time, and I was in a pinch. The Mexican Fiesta dry dip mix
Heck yeah, mix that up
works
into
as
meat.
a seasoning too, baby.
Well, my daughter loves the let's see, Mexican Fiesta dry dip.
Dry
okay?
dip, yeah.
She likes to make dip all the time with that. Matter of fact, she had her a dip. I called it a dip charcuterie. With that dip she had brought one time, and you brought it to the house. She had gotten all kind of little chips and crackers and put it all, and she was just
having herself a feast.
Oh, absolutely. So, but you can use the Mexican Fiesta cracker mix for the dip too. It's very versatile.
Yeah.
Fry up some chicken with some of that stuff.
Yeah.
I haven't tried it, but I should.
Yeah, I know.
And it's
I'm
seafood
so
season.
hungry right now too talking about this.
Seafood season, y'all. She's got liquid seafood ball seasoning, the dip already done, liquid butter, her Cajun fry batter. She also has hats and T-shirts available
if you
on
like
her
that
website.
merch.
If you like that merch, How the Cajun Lady Accent. On Facebook, Snapchat, YouTube, TikTok,
Go follow
Instagram, and if there's any other social media platforms, I'm sure you're gonna find her on there. All right. Yeah. Well, thank you so much for coming. And is there anything else that you wanted to kind of share?
What are your plans? Like you're in school still for business, and then do you have a goal as to like what you want to do when you're done?
So after I graduate, I want to open my first business. Everything I will open will probably be either family owned or just close friends, because I want everything to be family oriented. Everything in my life has always been, I'm gonna cry. Everything has been about my family. My family is a big part of everything I have done. They have got me through everything. Like they have. It's just my backbone.
And you have so much more to go, you know.
This is just the beginning for you.
This is just the beginning for you, and that's why you interested me so much when you came to me about the podcast. I'm like, this is such a good, fresh. It's for us to see the younger generation excited about stuff like this.
Yeah,
you know.
Yeah,
you're gonna go far.
It gives us hope. Yeah. And if anybody wants to connect with you, you want to share any socials or anything like that? Are you ready for that yet? Or
I'm trying to get out. I want to get out there. I mean, they can follow me on TikTok. If you just look up Skyla Louviere, you'll see my face.
And it's
It comes
Skyla,
up.
Skyla.
No R.
No R.
No
My
R,
entire
yeah.
life, everybody spelled it with an R.
Skylar? No,
R.
it's Skyla.
But you know, not everybody's from here either,
Nope.
so you better go ahead and spell Louviere too.
Louv as in Victor, Iere.
Very good. Well, thank you so much for coming today. It's been such a pleasure talking to you.
It's been a pleasure for
thank
me.
you for contacting us and reaching out, because this is great.
Yes.
Yeah.
All right. We're gonna close out this episode by mentioning our friend Ski Tibido with Tibido's Paint and Finishing. He does interior and exterior painting and staining, sheetrock finishing, big projects, small projects.
Yep.
Skeet does it all.
Handyman things.
I'll tell you what.
He can do some minor carpentry work, and if you got some stains on your ceiling from water damage, stuff like that, he can fix that right up for you. Give him a call at 337-308-2713. You can find him on Facebook. Search Tibido's Paint and Finishing.
Thanks, Skeet, for being our grand sponsor.
Yes.
All right, and thank you for listening to Coffee Talk with the Cajun Mamas. We'll see you next week.
Thanks for joining us on Coffee Talk with the Cajun Mamas. We hope you enjoyed your cup of coffee and our chat. Don't forget to subscribe and share with your friends. Until next time, keep the coffee brewing and the conversation flowing.